I hate cutting that song off early, but it would make me feel very sad. Welcome in to another Final Fantasy Tuesday. Although this time, okay, so there is going to be a little bit more today because like quite a few things were announced. We got like a Godzilla, a teaser for Godzilla Minus Zero, or as I am now going to call it, Goo, was announced and was just released like I think an hour or two ago. So I'm going to be watching that on stream in addition to playing this game. And also, a couple other things have been happening that I feel I should talk about. But the main thing, but I'll still be mainly playing. I'll still mainly be playing Final Fantasy 2. I gotta remember where I was at. Okay, oh that's right. I was in the always traditional, or the always beloved sewer dungeon. Can't go wrong with the sewer dungeon. Oh, I do have to say, before I start playing, thank you to GigaJ0916 who followed the channel after Sunday stream. Appreciate that. So let's go. Okay. Okay, that's right. I need to go find. I need to find Princess Hilda, who was. I'm gonna turn. Actually, no, that's the right amount. I need to find Princess Hilda, who was hidden away in one of these in one here, somewhere. She's in one of the. I'm assuming she's in one of these cells. Not that one. So I'm just gonna keep looking around. It seems like a lot of these are empty. That one's not empty. Well, thank goodness they also use this dungeon as a storage room. That really helps me out a lot. As a side note, I saw like someone do a speed run of this game yesterday, where they were speed running the original NES version of this game, and what they did is. What they would do is, in order to skip the battles, while playing this, in order to skip the battles, they would like rip out the NES cartridge without turning off the game. They would rip out the NES cartridge, shove in a Dr. Mario Kart NES cartridge, and then immediately rip out the Dr. Mario cartridge, and then shove the FF2 cartridge back in. And it's like, I guess, it allowed them to like skip the battles. It's like, I mean, that's one way to speed run the game. You don't have to do any battle. I guess you don't have to do any battles if you just skip them. I wonder if like anybody who speed runs these Final Fantasy remasters, like some of these Final Fantasy remasters have off mode, or they have like. Some of these pixel remasters have a mode where you can turn the battles off, and I wonder if any of them actually use that when speedrunning. I feel like they wouldn't, because, I mean, that's turning off the main thing you do in the game. And if you're speedrunning a game, you're going to have to play that game. I mean, you have to at least kind of appreciate a game if you're going to speedrun it, because you're going to have to play that game like 500 times just to keep seeing how fast you can beat it. So for anyone who's new to the channel and wasn't here for previous streams wondering what's going on, so this is something I'm doing. Well, for those who are new to the channel, my name is Brawl Kaiser. You'll see me play a wide variety of games, but the main thing you'll see me play is like really try out games that I've never played before, as well as play like games that I think deserve more attention or y'all think deserve more attention. But the main thing you'll see me play on my channel is like a lot of RPGs, turn-based RPGs, strategy RPGs, action RPGs. I love RPGs. I am the one guy. I once heard someone who I watch say that like nobody wants to watch anyone stream RPGs, and I said bet, and so I decided to like start playing a bunch of RPGs on stream, and I will admit not a lot of people will watch, but I'm enjoying it. I generally have a good time. But the reason why I'm playing Final Fantasy II is, so as you could probably guess, I really like, well, I mean, as I just said, I really like RPGs, but up and through most of my life, I'd never actually beaten a Final Fantasy game. I'd started like a couple of them, like I started Final Fantasy V, and Final Fantasy IV, and Final Fantasy VII, and 9. I started quite a few of them, but the only game... Until, like, recently, the only Final Fantasy game I'd actually beaten is Final Fantasy Tactics Advance 2 on the DS. And so what I decided to do... so, with me doing that, with me realizing, like, I haven't really played many games from the biggest Final Fantasy... the biggest RPG series in the world that isn't Pokemon. And then also finding out that Final Fantasy's the series' 40th anniversary is in December 2027. I decided the most like a good way to kind of like build up to that and celebrate it is make a giant list of 40 different Final Fantasy games and play through all of them for the first time. That is every mainline game, including the MMOs, and a bunch of spin-offs and sequels. So that's Final Fantasy 1 through 16, again, including the MMOs. That's the FF7 Remake Trilogy. That is the FF13 Trilogy. That is 10-2. That is Tactics, Strangers of Paradise. A bunch of games which aren't officially Final Fantasy, but they're basically Final Fantasy in all but name. Which is like the Bravely Default series, and Triangle Strategy, and Vagrant Story. I'm still deciding on my 40th game for the list. And a part of me... This would have... If I did this, it would extend the list out to over 40 games. But I kind of wonder if maybe I should include the Octopath Traveler trilogy of games. That would bring the list up to 42 games instead of 40. But if I included those, I mean, Octopath Traveler is like another series. Octopath Traveler is one of those series where it's published by Square Enix. It's developed by a team that works at Square Enix, by a studio that works under Square Enix. It's a very like, it's not exactly like Final Fantasy. Of course, like, the story and the world is not exactly like Final Fantasy, but it's similar enough to where if you were to just change the names of those games to, like, Final Fantasy Traveler, nobody would bat an eye. I doubt most people would bat an eye. And if anybody were to look at Octopath, and if Octopath Traveler was renamed to Final Fantasy Traveler and were to have some problems with that, they'd probably be quiet once they saw Final Fantasy 16. But that would mean I'd have to play all the way through Final Fantasy... That would mean I'd have to play through Final Fantasy, like, Octopath Traveler 1, 2, and 0. Which I'm not sure how long those games are. Which, those are all three of those are long games. Oh, it's you guys again. Y'all were a boss fight like just a dungeon ago. Have y'all already been demoted to normal enemies? Dang. I guess their work evaluation after they lost to me didn't go so well. Oh, he's dead. Oh, Gordon's dead. Wait, no, he still lives. Okay, heal up you. Heal up you. Let's just take this turn to heal. I think Blizzard might have worked. I'm trying to remember what I did against these when I first fought. Okay, that works pretty well. Actually, now that I think about it, has Octopath Traveler 0 already been released? That's right, it was released in like December 2025. Yeah, should have just stuck with Blizzard. Yeah, let's just stick with Blizzard, and then, like, heal up everybody. But yeah, I am gonna watch the Godzilla -0 teaser, or as I'm gonna call it Goo. I'm gonna watch the Goo teaser, but I'd like to wait a little. I'm gonna wait a little bit. Actually, yeah, thinking about it, I've been thinking this over for some time. But I mean, I'd have to get 2 more games. I already have Octopath Traveler 2. And I started Octopath Traveler 1, but I didn't beat it because I ended up not enjoying the game. Because that game has a very heavy grind to it. But, I mean, if it's added to this list, there's a couple of games here who I'm willing to bet. There's a couple of games in the first fantasy that I've already like not enjoyed, and there's a couple looking at the list that I have a feeling I won't enjoy. I won't be for certain for now. I can't be for certain until I play them, but I have a feeling I'm not going to enjoy them. But I'm still going to go with them because for some reason I was crazy enough to decide that this is what because I was crazy enough to decide that this is what I would be doing. That I would do all this to celebrate a series I'd never even really interacted with until. Yeah, I do this to interact with a series I'd never really interacted with, or to celebrate the anniversary of a series I never really interacted with. Although I will say, like, yeah, for those who haven't watched all the previous playthroughs of this and are wondering, like, okay, what games have I played already? So I have played. I beat Final Fantasy VI. That was the first Final Fantasy game. I beat for First Fantasy. That was the first Fantasy. Then it was Final Fantasy IX. Then Final Fantasy VII. Then Final Fantasy VII Remake. Then Final Fantasy I. Then Final Fantasy Tactics Advance, and now Final Fantasy II. So I've only gotten about. I've only beaten 6 games, and I'm not really doing this in like release order. I'm really doing this in like the order. I'm doing this in like themed order / order that interests me / the order that interests me. Like I started off with Final Fantasy 6, 9, 7, and 7 Remake because like 6, 9, and 7 are like a lot of fan remake. Those are like 3 of the biggest games that are a lot of people's favorites. And 9, 7, and 7 Remake were games I had been interested in playing. Like I was already interested in playing. And just going from like the games I played, just from the experience of playing 9, 7, and 7 Remake, I overall enjoyed those games so much that I'm kind of like, I'm trying to commit myself. I'm gonna try to commit myself to this because I wasn't sure of this at the start. I'll be honest, I'm still not sure about like if I'm gonna be able to do this. But I had such a great time playing Final Fantasy 9, 7, and 7 Remake that I want to stick with this. Yeah, it'll. Each of these will be a very... Yeah, okay. Looking at the list of potential games I could add as the 40th game, there was like Final Fantasy Type 0, which I haven't really heard anyone talk about Final Fantasy Type 0. Final Fantasy 12 Revenant Wings, which is like a I think it's like a sequel / spin-off of Final Fantasy 12 for the DS, and it's on the DS. I'm not sure about that one. World of Final Fantasy, no. Well, I'd rather not play World of Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles and Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, not really that interested in that one. And Chocobo Racing does look like I'd actually kind of be interested in that one, but it's not even really an RPG. It's not like... And, like, yeah, Final Fantasy reaches across a wide variety of genres. Like, you got turn-based RPGs, strategy RPGs, action RPGs. But Chocobo Racing not even really being an RPG. Like, if it was a racing RPG, then yeah, I could add it in. But it'd be weird to play this racing game and try to compare it against a bunch of other RPGs when it's a racing game. So, yeah, I think actually this will have to add 2 more games to the list. 3. Yeah, this will make the list to like 42. And that list might have to go up again if Square Enix announces anything big before Final Fantasy, before I finish with this. Which is possible, because this is going to take me quite some time. Yeah, I think actually adding Octopath Traveler 2, and Octopath Traveler 0 is a good idea. I think those are kind of my best options. Because it's a similar situation to why I added It's a similar situation to why I added the Bravely Default trilogy on here. Is they're kind of like, yeah, they're basically... They are Final Fantasy spin-off games in all but name. So yeah, let me just add that in. So that's bringing the list up to 42 games. So, stacking more work, and again, once again, I stack more work, but what if we go to free Hilda and it turns out that this Hilda is also another monster disguised as her? Ah, I didn't heal, dang it. Okay, well, we're just gonna have to heal after this. I'll just have to heal after this. Okay, so... Now, each of these is going to be a pretty big game, but... I think I can fit them. It's not like I don't have a ton of big games to play already. Okay, now we should definitely heal up. Okay, 98. Yeah, let's just use all our potions. I got like 98 of these. Restores a small amount of... Ah, I don't have enough of this. Okay. I'll give my one ether to him. That's right, I didn't get enough. That's right, I came here expecting this to have like some shops outside of it so I could get some ethers, but it does not. Well, at least I got the high potions. Oh, you guys again. I'll have to add Octopath Traveler 1, 2, and 0. Sleep says, hey bro. Hey Sleepless, welcome in. Sleep says, was making dinner. How's FF2? How's the Godzilla trailer? Did we see Godzuki? We haven't watched the Godzilla trailer yet. I'm gonna wait a little bit before that. But some things have happened. Well, for one thing, I finally decided what should be the 40th, the 41st, and the 42nd games for First Fantasy. Because I decided, oh, well, 40 games that are at least 50 hours long isn't big enough. That's not big enough. I need to do more. So I decided to add the entire Octopath Traveler trilogy to First Fantasy. Because it's a similar situation to Bravely Default, where it's a trilogy of games that really would be like Final Fantasy spin-offs. They're like as close as Final Fantasy spin-offs as you can get without being officially Final Fantasy. Steve says, sure, the spiritual successors of FF4/6. And like that's gonna add 3 really long games, but I mean, why not? Sure. Out of all the potential options those feel like they fit the most. Oh, one other thing that did also happen is, so I have to apologize to the Bloodborne fans. Like I said throughout the Bloodborne playthrough, one of the reasons I chose to play Bloodborne for the Donathon was because one of the reasons I chose to play Bloodborne for the Donathon was because of my weird game prophecy power, where whenever I play a game for the first time on stream, oftentimes something new is announced for it after I play through it. And sometimes that can be like Metroid Fusion getting a sequel to Metroid Fusion announced like a week after I play Metroid Fusion for the first time. Or the Metal Gear Solid games finally getting a collection for modern consoles like after I play Metal Gear Solid, like a month after I play Metal Gear Solid 1 for the first time. Sometimes it could be like Multiversus getting leaked a day after I made a joke on stream talking about how Warner Bros. Should make Scooby-Doo versus Mortal Kombat. And sometimes it can be you play a game for 5 months, and then like less than a month after you beat it, it gets a movie announced. One of the strangest manifestations of this happening. Like, this is manifested in some good ways, some not good ways, and some strange ways. This is one of the strangest ways this is manifested. I would have never thought, like, an R-rated animated movie, an R-rated animated Bloodborne movie produced by Jacksepticeye. Slim says, strange that this is not the first time From's games have been pitched for film/TV adaptation. Oh, I'm absolutely certain. I'm sure of that. It's such a big the Soulsborne games are such a big franchise that I'm not surprised that like there have been multiple attempts to like try and make a movie out of them. And from what I've heard, like there's like something going around for a potential like Elden Ring movie. So it says, rumor is Amazon, I think, was working on Elden Ring TV series, and there's a Sekiro anime airing this year. Oh, that's right, the Sekiro anime. That's interesting because that means if the Bloodborne movie releases, so if all three of these release, if the Bloodborne movie releases, if the Elden Ring series releases, and if the Sekiro anime releases, that means out of the Soulsborne series, the only games that didn't get adaptations, or didn't get adaptations, were the Dark Souls trilogy. Although I really have, like, no... I'll be honest, I have no idea, like, how good... So it says Elden Ring and Dark Souls and all, Dark Souls 4 and all but name. Sorry, just a second. Hold on. Okay. Sorry, hold on. Just... Okay, we'll need to level up again. Okay, good thing I got all these potions. Okay, she's up there. I was just saying before you got here, Sleepless, how funny it would be if after last stream where like where Hilda was kidnapped and a monster was posing as her, how funny it would be if we go here to save Hilda and it turns out another monster is posing as her. Like the rest of this game. Now, I'm just imagining if like the rest of this game was this party having to go to other locations because they think Hilda's there and it's just another monster disguised as her. Ring. Final Feint. I'm basically checking my tier list right now to make sure my tier list of the Final Fantasy games to make sure that everything's in its proper place, because sometimes the tier list maker website resets things, and I have to go back and, like, put everything back. Oh, right. I should have been using magic. Bad idea. Should have been using magic. I've made them... I'm too aggressive with these guys. I just always... With this group, because of, like, how this game plays, I just default to, like, stabbing the monsters as soon as I see them. even if I've already seen them before and know that physical attacks aren't effective against them. Oh. Okay, let's go. I do think after I beat either Final Fantasy 2 or God Hand, again, this is going to heavily depend upon like how my work schedule changes up, but I think I will start doing some more art streams. I rarely get to do art streams, and I have a lot of games I want to play, so I will still be playing through the games I need to play. But I would like to take some time, at least a little bit of time every week, to either do some pixel art or 3D modeling, because that is one thing. Playing through this game has made me think like, oh dang, I'd love to make like these little sprites, or this sprite, or this pixel art, or this pixel art. Yeah, okay. Oh wait, I'm probably gonna need to find some way to unlock this gate, aren't I? Yeah, I might need to find a way to unlock this gate. Oh, never mind. Princess Hilda, hold up, we'll get you out of there. Oh, they got it. Hilda, are you alright? Gordon? Never thought I'd see you here. Gordon, take the princess and go. We'll draw the guards' attention while you escape. Thank you, Furion. Be careful. How are we gonna draw the guards' attention from when we're all the way down here? Okay, well I've only got 3 people now. Oh, that's bad. Never mind. Okay, well... this one might take a little bit longer than I expected. Okay, it looks like where I need to go from here is actually just get out of here? Yeah, it looks like where I actually need to go is just get out of here and go back to Altair. Which I was thinking, I thought that because because Furion told them, Gordon and Hilda get out and that we'd be distracting the guards, that we would, like, be fighting our way through the Colosseum, but no. I guess we're escaping too, they just... But, like, since Gordon and Hilda are escaping first, like they're already rushing out of here while we're fighting all the monsters. Since we're already rushing out of here, they're already rushing out of here while we're fighting the monsters. Really, they're serving the distraction for us. So he says, "Oh yeah, bro, I wanted to ask, how far did you get in Hades 2?" So I know there are 2 paths in Hades 2. And on one of the paths, I got down to fighting Scylla. Scylla and the other, Scylla and the other the other sirens. And that's as far as I got, was the fight with Scylla. I don't think I've beaten her yet. And then I don't think I've gone through the other path yet. So it says Scylla and the sirens on the path down, yeah. So what about the path up? I don't think I actually have visited the path up. I've been meaning to play more Hades 2, but it's a strange thing. For whatever reason, like, Hades 2 was actually a game I was really anticipating. Yeah, Hades 2 was a game I was really anticipating, and I did enjoy playing it. It's just, but for some reason, I actually didn't, I wouldn't say that I lost interest. I just didn't get as, obsessed with it as I did Hades 1. So he says, you've been pretty busy since it came out. That is true. Yeah, I have been pretty busy. I have been... Well, Hades 2 released in, September, and since then, I, lost all my money. I lost all of my money, had to move in with my parents, started the Bloodborne donathon, started the XCOM 2 donathon, started a new job. I also think it's just in general. I think just in general, games that don't have a definitive beginning and end are actually harder for me to play through, because I can't gauge I can't gauge my progress through them. I really like Street Fighter 6 and Marvel Rivals. Those 2 games are really fun, and I do play them every so often. But I haven't played. But I'd actually like to play them more. I just don't because I usually end up playing games that have a set linear beginning, middle, and end. Another game like that is Fields of Mystria. I've had Fields of Mystria for quite some time, and I've been meaning to play more of it because from what I played of it was really good. But I just haven't taken the time to play a lot more of it. So it says, technically there is a definitive end to Hades and Hades 2. I think the requirement for each is beating the final boss 10 times each. Oh. You know, actually, I'm gonna take a short break. I know we're in mid-battle. but I'm gonna take a short break, and then when I get back, I'll finish with this fight. And then probably after this fight, I'll go ahead and watch the trailer for, or the teaser for Godzilla Minus Zero. And then I'll just hop right back into Final Fantasy 2. So yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back now. So let me beat these things. I had to go check on the cat and kittens. The kittens are now up and frolicking, so I gotta go check on them every now and then to make sure they haven't frolicked. They haven't frolicked too far away from their house. So the detective actually rebeat Hades this last weekend. Oh, nice. I tell you, I could just spend an entire, like, every hour of every day just watching those cats and kittens just play around with each other. That is so dang cute. Sleep says cats are fucking. Sleepless Cheshire says cats are fucking awesome. I love them. I would have never guessed. Okay. Let me quick save again. And then let's watch this teaser. It's like less than a minute. It's like less than a minute, but yeah. It's like less than a minute, but I want to watch it because, well, I did really love Godzilla -1, and depending on how long it takes me to get through so many different things I'm doing, I might not be able to start. Like, I'm slowly working on the Godzilla movie ranking stream, or the Godzilla movie ranking streams, because it's gonna end up being a whole series of streams. But I might, it might take me so long to get through all these that by the time I finally finish doing it, Godzilla -0 is out, because I remember correctly, this is releasing this year. But yeah, let's see what's going on. Let's watch Goo.
If their operation fails, maybe we'll finally get to use it.
Oh, it's an English dub. Well, I mean,
drop. Repeat.
Well, I mean, the original movie did release with English sub and English dub, so that doesn't make sense. What? Was that like platforms floating in the air? Oh. Finally, an enemy worthy to fight Godzilla, the Statue of Liberty. Okay, and is releasing for. Ooh. That is a really interesting idea of Godzilla. Like, I was wondering if they were just gonna have Godzilla stick to Japan, but it looks like no, he's gonna be going at least to New York City. Yeah, it looks like he'll be going to at least to New York City. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all. Okay, so speaking of Godzilla, so over a few weeks ago, after I got my last paycheck, I was like, oh, well, there's this one, well, you know what? I think I've got enough money where I can buy one video game. But what game should I buy? And then I went and I checked all the games that I'm really interested in buying, and I found a certain game on sale for like $20. Like the physical version on sale for like $20. So yeah, I got it, and it came in like yesterday. So I have Super Robot Wars Y. Now I won't be able to stream it for some time. Because and I did get the DLC for it, but yeah, I won't be able to stream it for some time because there's a lot of other games I need to get to before I play it, or before I stream it. Just games that I said I would play on stream, and also I need to finish watching all the different anime and shows before I get to this, which I haven't been able to do in quite some time due to everything that's happened. But yeah, once I've finished watching all those shows, and once I've gotten through like a couple more games. When everything's ready, it'll be time for it'll be finally time for the next Super Robot Wars game. Also, hey Brad Chicanery, welcome in. But yeah, since both DLCs for Super Robot Wars Y are out, that actually adds even more shows that I need to watch before I play the game on stream. But now that I actually have the game, well, I have the game. So that's one of the like 14 different things I need to do before I play the game on stream done. And I was fortunate that it was on sale for like $20, because gosh, that or that the physical version was on sale for like $20. Oh, okay. Okay. But I mean, honestly, so there's a couple of movies releasing this year that I do want to see, like that new Spider-Man movie. That does look interesting, and I mean, after that new Spider-Man movie releases, I might do a sequel to the Spider-Man movie ranking stream where I talk about that new Spider-Man film. Oh shoot, I still need to upload that Spider-Man movie ranking stream to YouTube. Gosh, there's... Oh, okay, well, we're out of here. I think I did actually see that there was like a couple promotional images released for the next Spider-Man, this next Spider-Verse film. Uh-oh. But yeah, there's the, there's the new Spider-Man movie film, there's the Godzilla movie, there's the Godzilla Minus Zero. That's probably my most anticipated film. Just because, I mean, I really love how much I really love Godzilla. Okay, physical attacks aren't effective against these guys. Blizzard, maybe? Okay, Blizzard, Thunder, Fire. Well, okay, that's all of Furion's Miagic, so he'll just have to do... That's all of his Miagic, so he'll just have to do physical attacks now. Normal attacks might be fine. Yeah, it works. Okay, there we go. I should have, like, cottage. Yeah, let me use this cottage. And then let's get back to our ship. You know what? I should definitely save first. Okay, let's go. Yeah, our ship's up there, so let's get to it. And apparently I need to go back to Altair. Okay, Blizzard again, I guess. After that one boss fight against them, these manticores have been appearing everywhere. You know what, actually, now that I think about it, so if Godzilla Minus Zero is set in... Yeah, if Godzilla's going, at least going to New York, which is quite a distance... Okay, New York City is quite a distance away from Japan. So I wonder if that either means that Godzilla is going, like, worldwide, like they are just, like they're going across the world, or if they show up around New York, if they show up around New York City. Also, I think that, like, some of the characters they showed in that trailer were characters from the first Godzilla Minus, or were from Godzilla Minus 1. And, they're probably not gonna be happy at all. In fact, gonna be not gonna be happy at all when they see that, after all the effort they went through to kill that dang version of Godzilla, they're coming back. Let's just do normal attacks with these two. Okay, let's get rid of these antlions and let's keep going. Where's our... Okay, it's over there. Dang, there's just zombies everywhere. There's been zombies in like every single dungeon for the past couple of dungeons. And there's now zombies just roaming around the overworld.